Ladies and gentlemen, today I want you to take a deep breath and remember this moment, because your life is about to change forever. Yes, you heard that right. We often underestimate the power that lives inside each of us, the ability to transform, to adapt, and to take steps toward a future we've only ever dreamed about. Right now, you're standing on the edge of possibility. That edge may look like uncertainty, it may feel like doubt, but I'm here to tell you that it's exactly where you need to be. Change isn't easy, we know that. But it's within the toughest moments, when we're unsure, that the seeds of growth are planted. Embrace this phase. See, the beauty of change is that it doesn't just happen to us, it happens for us. It's a journey that shapes who we become. One that demands courage but rewards us with a life that's richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Many of us fear the unknown. We fear that taking that leap will end in failure or disappointment. But let's think for a moment, what if the unknown holds the exact life we've been searching for? What if every challenge we face is just a step closer to that life? When you start to view change as an opportunity rather than an obstacle, the entire landscape of life shifts. It's no longer about surviving each day, it's about embracing each new day with excitement. The truth is, it's not about the size of the step you take today, it's about taking that step. Small or large, every move forward is a signal to the universe that you're ready. You're ready to shed old habits, to open new doors, to build the life you deserve. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I ask of you: commit to the journey. Commit to embracing the unknown. Trust in yourself, in your resilience, and in the power you have to change your life. This change is just the beginning. And the best part, it starts right here, right now with you. Your life is about to change forever, and I, for one, can't wait to see what you'll become. When we think about change, one of the first things that often comes to mind is uncertainty. It's a natural reaction our brains are wired to feel uneasy when we encounter the unknown. But what if we could learn to view uncertainty not as something to fear, but as a doorway to growth? What if the very thing we're apprehensive about is actually the start of something transformative? Embracing uncertainty is challenging, yet it's often the catalyst for a life filled with possibility, growth, and new opportunities. Imagine for a moment that your life is a story and every chapter represents a stage. Uncertainty, rather than being the villain of the story, is more like a plot twist. It might disrupt the story you were planning to tell, but it also adds richness, depth, and excitement. Sometimes we're so focused on holding on to a familiar script that we miss the fact that the unknown chapters can lead to something better than we ever anticipated. There's beauty in the unknown, and when we allow ourselves to move forward without all the answers, we open up a space for new possibilities to emerge. One of the most remarkable things about uncertainty is that it stretches us in ways we never thought possible. When we embrace it, we start to discover qualities within ourselves that we didn't know we had: resilience, adaptability, and strength. The process of navigating uncertainty demands that we dig deep, call on our inner resources, and grow. Each time we face an unfamiliar situation, we're given an opportunity to develop a new skill, to gain a fresh perspective, or to build a stronger foundation. Life, with all its twists and turns, is designed to help us evolve. By welcoming uncertainty as part of that process, we position ourselves to evolve in ways we might never have if we stayed in our comfort zones. Consider the fact that some of the greatest breakthroughs in history have happened not because people stayed safe and comfortable, but because they were willing to venture into uncharted territories. Think of inventors, artists, leaders, and pioneers who changed the world. They didn't wait for certainty, they stepped forward with a vision, despite the unknown. They knew that staying where they were meant staying stuck. In the same way, our lives can reach new heights when we take on the uncertainty in our own journeys. The unfamiliar can become a path to greater achievement, to meaningful relationships, or to a life purpose that feels right. Embracing uncertainty also means learning to let go of control, which isn't easy. Many of us try to plan and prepare for every possible outcome. We want assurances, guarantees, and concrete answers. And yet, life often has different plans. When we're too fixated on controlling outcomes, we may miss out on spontaneous, unexpected opportunities that could have enriched our lives. There's a fine balance between setting a vision and being open to how that vision unfolds. By loosening our grip on the need for everything to go exactly as planned, we create room for things to evolve naturally and for opportunities to show up in ways we didn't expect. Another powerful aspect of embracing uncertainty as an opportunity is that it shifts our mindset from fear to curiosity. Instead of dreading what's next, we can start asking ourselves, what can I learn from this? How might this experience add to my life? A mindset rooted in curiosity opens doors, creates flexibility, and helps us navigate life's complexities with less stress and greater ease. Rather than focusing on the worst that could happen, we start seeing the potential for growth in every experience, even the difficult ones. This shift in perspective makes uncertainty less intimidating and more engaging. It becomes an adventure, a chance to expand our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In embracing uncertainty, we give ourselves permission to make mistakes and learn from them. When we know that the outcome isn't set in stone, we can take risks, try new things, and approach life with a bit more bravery. We learn to be kinder to ourselves, understanding that growth is rarely a straight line. The courage to move forward without all the answers brings a sense of freedom and confidence that only grows stronger over time. Each step we take, regardless of the result, strengthens our belief that we can handle what comes next. Ultimately, embracing uncertainty as an opportunity is about trust. It's about trusting ourselves to adapt, trusting life to unfold, and trusting that even the unknown has something valuable to offer. When we shift from fearing the unknown to welcoming it, we begin to see life through a different lens. We start noticing opportunities where we once saw obstacles, and we find strength in ourselves we never knew was there. Uncertainty, then, is not something to overcome, but something to embrace. It's an invitation to step into the fullness of who we are and to explore the many paths that life is waiting for us. And in doing so, we unlock the potential for a life that's rich, meaningful, and transformative. Positive change is one of life's most powerful forces. It has the capacity to reshape our path, redirect our focus, and transform the way we see the world. Many people feel that positive change is something that happens to them, a stroke of good luck, a blessing, or simply being in the right place at the right time. But the truth is that positive change often comes from within, and by recognizing our own power to influence change, we can start to take charge of our lives in extraordinary ways. The first step in harnessing positive change is realizing that it is a journey, not an event. Lasting change takes time, patience, and a willingness to invest in our growth. Unlike the quick, fleeting results of a sudden shift, positive change is about sustainable growth, building a foundation that can support us through life's inevitable ups and downs. This means taking small, intentional steps toward what we want, learning along the way, and embracing the patience needed to create a life that feels truly fulfilling. One of the challenges many people face is the fear of taking that initial step toward change. The unknown can be daunting, especially when it comes to significant shifts in how we live, work, or think. However, the key to overcoming this fear lies in focusing on the potential rewards rather than the immediate obstacles. Positive change has the potential to unlock new opportunities, relationships, and personal insights we may not have discovered otherwise. When we allow ourselves to imagine the possibilities rather than dwell on the potential difficulties, the road to change begins to feel less overwhelming and more like an adventure. Embracing positive change also requires us to shift our perspective on failure and setbacks. Many people avoid change because they fear making mistakes or not achieving the desired outcome. But every step of the journey, even those that don't go as planned, has something valuable to teach us. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the path. When we encounter challenges, they give us a chance to refine our goals, strengthen our resolve, and adjust our approach. By viewing setbacks as learning experiences, we can build resilience and gain wisdom that ultimately helps us succeed in a more meaningful way. Another crucial aspect of positive change is self-reflection. Positive change often starts by looking inward, examining our current beliefs, habits, and choices, and understanding how they shape our lives. This level of self-awareness allows us to identify areas that need improvement, habits that are holding us back, or thought patterns that prevent us from moving forward. It can be uncomfortable at times, but the insights we gain from self-reflection are invaluable. They empower us to make conscious, deliberate decisions that align with the person we aspire to become, rather than allowing ourselves to stay stagnant in old, unproductive patterns. Moreover, creating positive change often involves surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us. When we're working towards change, the people around us play an essential role in supporting and encouraging our journey. Positive change can feel isolating when those around us don't understand or support our goals. That's why it's important to seek out individuals who are on a similar path or who have successfully navigated their own transformations. Their experiences, encouragement, and perspective can help us stay motivated and remind us that change is not only possible but worth the effort. These connections create a network of support which can make all the difference when the road becomes challenging. One of the most inspiring aspects of positive change is the ripple effect it has on the rest of our lives. When we commit to personal growth and self-improvement, we inspire those around us to consider changing their own lives. Our progress becomes a source of encouragement for friends, family, and even strangers, showing them that transformation is possible. The energy we bring to our lives when we embrace positive change is contagious. We start to see that, while change begins within, its impact reaches far beyond ourselves, creating an environment that is more open, dynamic, and uplifting for everyone involved. To fully embrace positive change, it's essential to develop a growth-oriented mindset. This mindset allows us to view challenges as opportunities for improvement and successes as stepping stones to even greater achievements. A growth mindset helps us see that no goal is too big if we are willing to put in the effort, remain adaptable, and stay open to learning. It shifts our focus from achieving perfection to making progress, recognizing that each small improvement is a victory in itself. Positive change requires commitment and consistency. It's easy to start strong, but maintaining that momentum over time can be challenging. This is why it's essential to set clear goals, establish habits that support those goals, and hold ourselves accountable. Real change doesn't come from wishful thinking, it's built on deliberate actions taken every day. By keeping our vision in mind and staying true to the path we've chosen, we create a life that reflects our values, our dreams, and our potential. Positive change isn't just about becoming a different person, it's about becoming a better version of ourselves, aligning with our purpose, and creating a life that feels fulfilling and meaningful. The journey is worth every step, and the rewards reach far beyond what we can imagine. With each decision to embrace positive change, we take control of our destiny, setting the stage for a life filled with purpose, joy, and boundless possibilities. When we talk about life changes, there's often a desire for instant transformation, a wish to snap our fingers and find ourselves in a new reality. Yet, real change, the kind that's sustainable and transformative, doesn't usually happen overnight. Instead, it grows from daily habits, the consistent, often small steps that, over time, reshape our lives in remarkable ways. These small, deliberate actions create momentum, pushing us closer to our goals and helping us build a foundation that can withstand setbacks and challenges. By focusing on creating impactful daily habits, we unlock the key to lasting transformation. The power of daily habits lies in their simplicity and consistency. Think of habits as the building blocks of who we are and who we are becoming. Each action we take, no matter how small, is a step forward in shaping our future. It might feel insignificant at first to wake up a bit earlier, to read a few pages of a book each day, or to spend 10 minutes meditating. However, these small actions compound over time. Like drops of water slowly filling a glass, they eventually create a noticeable, lasting impact on our lives. Daily habits, by their very nature, work below the surface, gradually transforming us into the person we want to become. To begin building habits that lead to positive change, it's essential to start with clear intentions. Knowing what we want to achieve allows us to identify the habits that will best support our goals. For instance, if we aim to become healthier, then habits like eating nutritious foods, exercising regularly, and getting adequate rest are fundamental. If we're working toward a career milestone, We might establish habits around productivity, learning, or networking. By connecting our habits to a larger vision, we infuse them with purpose and meaning, making it easier to stick with them even on days when motivation wanes. Another significant aspect of forming impactful habits is understanding the power of consistency over intensity. Many people, in their enthusiasm to make a change, dive in with all their energy, taking on too much at once. While this initial surge of motivation can feel powerful, it's often unsustainable. A habit built on intensity alone can be exhausting, and it may lead to burnout or disinterest. Instead, by focusing on small, manageable actions, we create habits that fit naturally into our lives and become a part of who we are. Consistency allows us to continue making progress no matter the circumstances and reinforces the habit until it becomes almost automatic. Tracking our progress is also an invaluable tool when building new habits. By keeping a record of our actions, we not only maintain accountability but also gain a sense of accomplishment. Each day that we complete a habit is a reminder that we are making progress, that we are honoring the commitment we've made to ourselves. This tracking doesn't have to be complex. It can be as simple as checking off a box each day or writing a short note. The act of tracking reinforces the habit in our minds, making it easier to stick with it over time. Moreover, seeing our progress, especially over weeks or months, can be incredibly motivating. One of the biggest barriers to developing new habits is the human tendency to focus on immediate gratification. Many of us are accustomed to seeking quick results, and when we don't see immediate changes, we may feel discouraged and give up. However, impactful habits are less about immediate results and more about laying a foundation. The small steps may not show visible results right away, but over time they accumulate and lead to profound, lasting change. Just as a tree takes time to grow from a seed to something majestic, our habits take time to reveal their true impact. To make habits stick, it's helpful to create cues and routines that support them. When a habit is tied to a specific time, place, or routine, it becomes easier to remember and follow through on it. For example, if you want to meditate every morning, placing your meditation mat or cushion somewhere visible can serve as a reminder. If you want to read more, keeping a book beside your bed or on the table where you eat breakfast can nudge you to pick it up. These cues act as gentle prompts, making the habit feel like a natural part of our daily routine. A supportive environment also plays a crucial role in building impactful habits. When our surroundings encourage and remind us of the habits we're trying to build, we're far more likely to stick with them. This might mean removing distractions, setting up a designated workspace for productivity, or even finding like-minded individuals who share similar goals. When we're surrounded by an environment that reinforces our habits, it becomes easier to stay committed, even on challenging days. As we continue practicing our habits, something incredible happens. They start to feel like a natural part of who we are. What once required conscious effort eventually becomes second nature, a seamless part of our daily life. This transformation is where real change begins. It's no longer about just doing the action. It becomes a reflection of our values, our character, and our commitment to ourselves. Our habits have, in a sense, redefined us. Ultimately, impactful daily habits are the silent architects of our lives. They build us up, one small step at a time, creating a future that aligns with our deepest goals and aspirations. By committing to these habits, we embrace the power of steady, purposeful change, allowing us to grow into the person we envision. With each small action, we draw closer to our potential, proving that true transformation is within our reach, one day at a time. One of the most powerful tools for transformation lies in understanding the power of mindset. Our thoughts shape our perceptions, influence our emotions, and directly impact our actions. When we embrace a growth-oriented mindset, we give ourselves permission to move beyond self-imposed limitations and actively seek growth, improvement, and progress. This approach does not simply involve changing how we think, but evolving into a person who sees possibilities where others see obstacles. It's about reframing challenges, embracing learning, and approaching life with a spirit of resilience and curiosity. A growth-oriented mindset begins with recognizing that we are not fixed beings, we are fluid, ever-changing and capable of profound evolution. Many of us carry beliefs, sometimes without even realizing it, that limit our potential. We may think we're not talented enough for a certain skill, or that we aren't meant to achieve certain levels of success. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or fear of failure. When we operate from a fixed mindset, we see abilities as static, as if they are determined by our past and cannot be expanded upon. This mindset can create an invisible ceiling over our lives, keeping us from exploring new possibilities and reaching our true potential. The key to breaking free from these limitations is to understand that our mindset is not set in stone and can be reshaped. A growth mindset, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, is rooted in the belief that our abilities can be developed through dedication, hard work, and learning. Embracing this idea means that setbacks are no longer roadblocks, they're stepping stones. Instead of being discouraged by failure, a person with a growth mindset views it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Each challenge becomes a chance to stretch beyond comfort zones, to sharpen skills, and to discover new strengths within ourselves. This shift in perspective brings a profound sense of freedom. When we believe that growth is always possible, we become less afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable at any journey toward growth, but with a growth mindset, they become part of the process. Instead of avoiding challenges to protect our ego or avoid discomfort, we lean into them, knowing that each experience, whether successful or not, brings valuable lessons. This shift also reduces the power that fear holds over us. When we're no longer paralyzed by the thought of failing, we're able to take risks that we might otherwise avoid, leading to a richer, fuller life. A growth-oriented mindset also encourages curiosity and a desire for continuous learning. People who approach life with this mindset are constantly asking questions, exploring new topics, and seeking to expand their knowledge. This curiosity becomes a driving force, propelling them forward and opening doors to unexpected opportunities. For example, someone who is eager to learn might discover new interests, build diverse skills, or even uncover a hidden passion they wouldn't have explored otherwise. Each learning experience not only adds to their personal growth, but also builds confidence, showing them that they are capable of adapting and evolving in different areas of life. Another important aspect of a growth-oriented mindset is resilience. Life will always present challenges, setbacks, and moments of disappointment. But how we respond to these moments is what truly defines our path. People with a growth mindset are more likely to bounce back from adversity, seeing it as a natural part of the journey. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring difficult emotions or pretending that setbacks don't hurt. It means acknowledging those feelings and using them as fuel to keep moving forward. This resilience becomes a foundational skill, strengthening our resolve and reminding us that we can handle whatever comes our way.